I guess I've got different comments on mine, eh?
Oh, no
Yeah,
way.
yeah, because you're live as well too, right? So I think you've got your own set of comments and I've got mine.
So all these people that were saying you're dust, they were talking about me and not you?
Welcome to the No Pucks Given podcast. This is episode 2 after the major success we had on the first show with our special guest who we had on the show, Rick Rowley. You can look him up on Instagram and TikTok. It was an incredible success. We had over 2,000 viewers on our very first show. So it was an incredible success. If you haven't checked out the first show yet, I highly recommend you head over to the YouTube page. You can watch the video format from there, or you can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, we're on there now as well too, or Amazon Music. So all your audio streaming services, you can find the No Pucks Given podcast with Stuart Forreal available. And make sure you give the show a rating. If you enjoyed the show, please make sure you give it a 5-star rating after you're done listening to it. But it's a great listen. If you haven't listened to it yet, there's lots of video clips that I've uploaded on my socials for you to see as well too. So if you like those video clips, make sure you go back to the original episode and watch it. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. But that's neither here nor there. We are here for the second episode of the No Pucks Given podcast. And we got a lot of things. We got a lot of things that we need to cover because there's been a lot of things happening in the NHL right now. In particular, one big deal just happened in the NHL. And if you're an Edmonton Oilers fan, which I am, maybe you guys are a little confused by watching the show right now if you're watching this live with me, because I'm not wearing an Oilers jersey right now. This could maybe change things for the Edmonton Oilers. But before we get started, I got to make sure I send out a note to our sponsor on this show, Bench Clears. As you can see, I'm repping their gear here. Probably not everybody's favorite jersey right now, but for all the Calgarians watching the show, I'm sure they appreciate this jersey. This podcast is brought to you by benchclears.com, officially licensed hockey apparel that keeps you looking sharp on and off the ice. Hockey tanks, hoodies, windbreakers, they've got it all. Shop now at benchclears.com. And just because you guys are listening to this show as well too, Bench Clears has given us an exclusive promo code that you'll be able to use to save some money on these hockey jerseys here. And if you've never seen these before, man, I mean, look at it. Isn't this fresh? Maybe it's not the Edmonton Oilers cup of tea because I'm not wearing an Oilers jersey right now, but this is essentially a basketball jersey in a hockey jersey. It's amazing, man. I wear these to the gym all the time. Maybe I don't wear this one to the gym, although I probably get more attention at the gym by wearing this one in Calgary, but I usually wear my Oiler ones. But today I'm wearing a Calgary Flames jersey just because. Why not spark a little controversy in the live chat here? And speaking of live chat, guys, obviously the show is new. We're streaming currently on TikTok. A lot of the other shows will be on YouTube. But for right now, if you want to join the live chat, because we do take some questions in particular from our subscribers on the show, you can join us live on TikTok. Most of these shows are going to be every Thursday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you want to get in a question on the show, you can most definitely do that by joining us live on TikTok. So we're just about to get the show started, and sorry guys, I'm just chuckling at my one buddy that just joined the show here. Fan favorite. I was just talking about the success of this show on episode 1. Big part of the reason is because of the guest who just rejoined us, and I'm so happy he's back for the second episode. Highly requested, my good buddy Rick Rowley. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on? What the hell are you wearing?
You know, I was just telling everybody, Rick, this whole thing with Connor McDavid, I am so stressed out right now that I just give up. I can't do it anymore. So I've decided I'm going to restart, and I'm just going to start with a new team. I live in Calgary, so from now on, I am a Calgary Flames fan. Oilers, it's over. Connor McDavid did. Look at the bags in my eyes. I haven't been sleeping, Rick. I can't do it anymore.
Congratulations on switching teams, fella.
Obviously,
You'll come crawling back.
Yeah, obviously I'm kidding. I wanted to spark a little controversy in the live chat today. And what are you wearing there? What are you rocking today?
Buddy, this is what you gave me. This is I love it. The Toronto Maple Leafs, tired from bench clears. How are you?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not like it would be more disrespectful at this point to probably wear a fucking Panthers one if I'm being honest.
I felt like that was too much if I wore that one. So
Yeah, probably.
maybe I'll save it for another one.
Maybe wipe your ass with that one.
So it's not too snug, eh? It fits good?
Well, I did pack on a few pounds this off season, but I'm proud to say that during training camp I've slimmed down a little bit. She fits just nicely.
I told you the medium would look good, man. I didn't think you were a fat guy. I was like, I think this would be good for Rick. So,
well, just a little extra punch for the pushing.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Right, man. Well, hey, thanks for rejoining us on the second episode on such late notice. I was super pumped when I got your message today saying you could make it. Yeah, I know. I
asked, I was like, buddy, you got to throw me back on. I had a hoot with you last time.
And, thanks a lot, by the way. The Beauty Sauce podcast, by the way, guys, excellent show. If you haven't been listening to the Beauty Sauce podcast with Rick Rowley, make sure you check it out. Give him a follow on Spotify there. And listen, if you want to learn a bit more hockey knowledge as well, too, that's what you're going to learn on that show. Not only is it a funny show, you guys really know your stuff on that show, man.
Yeah, I would say definitely like kind of borderline like Rain Man, sort of like with the hockey stats sometimes, you know? And it's helped me along the way. But yeah, I like to think I'm more than just a pretty face.
Yeah, you're pretty. You're pretty, man. Well, especially with that bench clears jersey you got on right now, man. Make no mistake about that. All right, so you want to talk some puck here, buddy?
Let's go.
Okay, well, here it is, man. So this is the biggest hockey news happening in the NHL right now. You can see him. Kirill Kaprizov signs an 8-year deal with the Minnesota Wild, 17 million AAV. Now, when I look at this deal, is Kaprizov worth 17 mil? Hell no. I don't think so. But Bill Guerin with the Minnesota Wild, what choice did he really have? He couldn't let him walk. So I don't know. Do you think this is a good deal for the Wild, or what do you think, Rick?
Doesn't make the Darnell Nurse contract look so bad anymore, right?
That's true. That's
and
true.
I'll be honest,
it's still bad.
I'd probably take 2 nurses over Kaprizov. No, I'm playing here, but yeah, man, that is like I think the Wild got hosed on that one, man. And you're absolutely right. When you think about the Minnesota Wild, dude, like you think Gabrick, but like since then, dude, like there hasn't really been a lot of superstars on that team. No leverage. Like they had all the rubles, right? And I think his hands were tied, so he kind of took them to the cleaners and he wrote.
Did you hear what Billy said during the press conference when they said? Hey, so are you excited? You remember Billy spoke up before Kaprizov could say anything?
What'd he say again?
He said he better fucking be.
Yes, I do remember him saying that. Yeah, Billy's just sitting there like probably losing sleep over that now, just being like, because they were handcuffed for so long too.
Right.
With those buyouts, right? So now it's like, hey, you know what? Like, many just like to spend. Let him have it.
Well, he's got it now, man. So Kaprizov's got to go out there and prove that he's worth that money. But I mean, he's getting paid $3 million more than Leon Draisaitl. Really? And people want to say, oh, Draisaitl, before he signed last year, oh, he's got to leave more money on the table. He's got to take a cap-friendly deal. Bro, that was a cap-friendly deal. And here's the thing as well, too. A lot of people doubted if Draisaitl was going to re-sign with the Oilers again. But the thing is, I felt he was doing the McDavid strategy as well, too. He's not revealing his strategy. He's not telling him, I love this city and I want to stay. But as soon as he signed, he did say that. So so that's the other question. We talked about it on the show the other week with Connor McDavid. When is he going to sign? Now, with this Kaprizov deal at $17 million, does that change the outlook of Connor's deal? Like, what do you think?
I don't know, man. I feel like this is probably an outlier. Like, I think everyone around the league is like, yo, he hosts the team so badly. Like, I don't think you'll see Eichel go for that much, or McJesus. I don't know, man. It's so tough. But I don't know. I don't know what to say. And here's the other thing too. I was just thinking about this. Like, how much do you think the Avs right now, like, that's a bit of a shot in the dick right there. Like,
To Radnan?
yeah, because they were like, yo, we can't do like more than whatever the number was, and he ends up getting 12. Meanwhile, Bucko over here gets another 6 mil.
Right.
Whole bananas. No, wait, what is it? It's 17 sheets. Another 5 mil a season. I don't know, man. That's a tough look, buddy.
Yeah, I think the positive outlook for the league is, like, since Kaprizov got paid this, he sets the bar of what superstars can get paid now. So I don't know. Can the Oilers even afford? I haven't even looked at their cap situation, but can the Oilers match that? Can they even give Davo 17 without having to make some serious moves on the roster to free up cap space?
I don't know. I mean, that's hard to say because you're in a situation now where you would have to probably make a move on one of your, like it ain't going to be Leon, right? Like, Uncle Leon's got no, and why would you, right? And I don't think they're going to do the boost bomb, but if you can't get rid of, like, Nursey after that McJesus ticket, then you got to start just filling out the rest of the lineup with scrubs.
Yeah.
Some beer leaguers. And then the core four in Edmonton.
And I don't know, man. Like, the more I think about it, I was talking to somebody else about this today. Like, McDavid has to sign before the season starts. So could we see something within the next week? Or, considering what Kaprizov signed for now, I remember McDavid saying, I want to make sure what I get is fair as well too. Kaprizov getting 17 mil, and he's using the word fair, and you can't blame McDavid for saying that. This is a business at the end of the day. Your job is to go out and earn as much money as you possibly can. He deserves to get paid like a superstar. However, is the team going to survive it if we do that? That's the big question, man. So
yeah, and
I don't know.
The other thing too, though, is I'm kind of wondering if, like, the other thing too, like, McDavid is, at least he's going to get, like, endorsements and shit, like. Unless this guy's doing stuff like, back home for the, like, in Russian, like, I don't exactly know if this guy can, like he wouldn't be able to
communicate.
He probably couldn't do a car commercial, I don't think. Like,
he doesn't seem to have the personality of Alexander Ovechkin.
No, and he just, like, I'm pretty sure this guy just got rid of his translator this season, bro. So it's like, he's probably like, buddy, I'm up in mini for the season. You gotta hand the keys over. I saw a meme too, and it was actually pretty hilarious. You ever see that meme with, like, the Ferrari parked at that just, like, that shithole of a house? It looks like some that would be, like, in Millwoods or something in Edmonton. Just like just like a one-story, like, trailer, and then all of a sudden there's this, like, Ferrari, and they're, like, basically like Kaprizov in the Minnesota Wild.
Down in Mill Hoods.
Oh yeah. No,
you have a story about Millwoods. I think I remember you telling me your first ever story of Millwoods when you moved to Edmonton, right? Because you're in the South Side.
Well, yeah, I got my car keyed there. What happened was I was parked there. No, don't need to know the reason why I was down there. And then I accidentally was, like, in front of this, like, girl's truck. And then she came out and she was just, like, screaming at me. And I was like, listen, lady, like, I try to explain the situation. And she just keyed my car. And part of me kind of felt a little proud to be in Alberta. I was just like, Berta, baby. Like, I was like... The ladies here are different. They're bred different out here.
What was she upset about? Like, what did you do?
Oh, I was blocking her driveway a little bit.
And then she just came out and keyed it right in front of you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
We yeah, I tried doing a little bit of damage control and then she just took a key right to the front end of my old whip. I got a new one though, so
Oh
we're
yeah, yeah, I
good.
saw it. It's a nice car, buddy.
Yeah,
Got the
thanks,
baby
pal.
on the way.
Yeah, new car, new me. You know how it goes.
Okay, well, speaking of new, the Edmonton Oilers have acquired a new goalie, Connor Ingram, traded from the Utah Mammoth. Now, there was speculation in the offseason about this goalie, and from what I seen from Connor Ingram when they were Arizona, this guy was like, the new coming of an elite goaltender in the league from what I saw. Because if you look at his numbers with Arizona, I think it was like a 903, and it's not like, wow, that's incredible. But the fact he was able to do that on the Arizona Coyotes,
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then he played about 22 games with Utah, and then he entered the player assistance program or something like that. So obviously, whatever he was going through, he's back now, and that's why it's a bit of a risk for the Edmonton Oilers. But what are the Edmonton Oilers known for? They're known for being the team of second chances, third chances, fourth chances. Most recent, Corey Perry and Evander Kane, right? And look how those guys turned out for the Edmonton Oilers. So bringing in Connor Ingram, I think this is a good depth piece for the Edmonton Oilers. However, I think there's more to this. If Stuart Skinner can't figure it out, bro, Connor Ingram, I think this guy could really contend for a starting position, or Calvin Pickard as well too. You know what I mean? Like, what are your
Yeah.
thoughts on Connor Ingram?
I mean, you might as well give it a go, right? If if you're feeling a little nervous about Stewie, and something
Mm-hmm.
tells me the Oil faithful might be feeling a little nervous, but they also, I'm pretty sure they got the Utah sister wives to eat salary on Ingram's deal too.
Yeah,
So
800.
yeah, yeah. So they're only paying what it like the Oil. It's why not give it a go, right? Now I don't
Yeah.
know. He's starting down in the mines
In
east.
Baco. Yeah, with Bakersfield. Yeah.
Okay, he's out in the junkie. So get his game back there, and yeah, this is probably you know getting ammunition ready in case they gotta pull a trigger there. Problem is though, is that if this guy comes up and puts a clinic on, if they send him down, like he's probably gonna get claimed, right? If he's only
Mm,
making what, a buck 15 or something.
yeah,
So
that's a
it's a
good
low
point.
risk. Yeah. You're right though. This guy actually did do well for Arizona. And that was like the fact that you would even have a 900 save percentage in a college arena. I was like,
Right?
what a beauty.
You know what drives me nuts about that though, Rick, is when people look at Stuart Skinner's stats and they compare it to Ingram's. Well, you're like, oh well, Stuart Skinner did a 900 as well too. Well, he's playing on one of the best teams in the league. His
Yeah.
save percentage should be better than that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's my
absolutely.
frustration.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't mind it though. You feeling good about it though.
I
Oh,
am because from what I saw with Connor Ingram in Arizona, not so much in Utah, but in Arizona, I was like, this guy, he's got something here. And they always want to talk about Stuart Skinner's age. This guy's got, I think he's 2 years older than him. I think he's 28 or a year older.
yeah.
So they're right around the same wheelhouse there. But let's see. Like I said, I don't want to see Stuart Skinner fail, but it's nice to know that Stan Bowman made this move, and he just didn't simply pick him up off of waivers because he could have, but instead he waited. Nobody claimed Ingram, and then he made his move, and then made the Utah eat crow a little bit. They ate up about 800 of the salary cap.
Yeah, okay. I gotta say something because my ADHD is really bad, and I was reading a comment from some meat stick down there. So here's what I'm trying to figure out. They traded from, but did they not send him down to the junkie right away, or is
They
he
did,
on the
yeah.
team? Okay, so but what I was trying to say, buddy, is that if he gets up to the team, they're not going to carry 310, so somebody's getting sent
Right,
down,
right.
and unless it's Stu. I'm pretty sure those other guys are gonna get probably claimed, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So just straighten it up there, bud. I got you.
Yeah, man. So let's see. So do you think it's a good move for the boys? Do you think we're going to see Connor Ingram get some hockey action with the Edmonton Oilers or what?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know how. Like, I think what they're waiting for is Stu to make that one mistake, and then as
Mm-hmm.
soon as he slips up, you'll start hearing, you'll see it right away. Oilers recall fucking Connor Ingram from the Bakersfield Condors. Let's go.
Right? I mean,
Yeah,
that had to raise some eyebrows there. Like, I think it was a great move. I think Stan Bowman cooked a little bit on that one, man.
I think so. And
This is my cooking move.
speaking of, raising eyebrows, you're getting a lot of heat for wearing that Flames tarp, buddy.
That was the plan, actually.
Okay.
I just wanted to draw some attention. That's all. Come on, guys. You know I'm not going to be wearing this all year. It's just for the show. I get it for free. Bench Clears hooks it up, right? So they sponsor the
Yeah,
show. So,
exactly. You
but yeah,
gotta
that was
rep
the
it,
idea.
boy.
So it's not my favorite jersey, but I just figured I'd mix it up. It's been sitting in the bag there for a little bit. So
Hey, buddy,
um,
you look good in orange. Keep it
not bad,
going.
eh? Not bad, eh? Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Rick. I might get in some trouble if I keep it going. But let's switch sides a little bit here. We've talked about the Oilers goaltending situation. Did you see this one, Rick? I'm sure you did. James
Oh,
Reimer,
I
PTO with
feel
the
like
Maple Leafs.
I feel like I'm in 2013 again, fella.
What do you think? Did he make the team yet, or what's the situation with that? What have you heard?
Uh, so as of right now, I think they're waiting to hear what's happening with Joseph Woll, and
Hmm.
like, because no one really knows, right? Like how long he's going to be out of action. So as soon as they get the word from him, I believe they would probably sign this. You know, this guy's also a Storm and Mormon. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Optimus Rhyme, baby.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's or maybe he's part of Jesus Christ Latter Day Saints. But all what I do remember about Optimus Rhyme, I mean, he was a great tendy for the boys. He got us back in the postseason. I'll never
Right.
forgive him for blowing up that choking away a 3-goal lead against the Bruins in the third.
Yeah. Oh
Mostly
man.
mostly a team effort. That's what I think of when I see Reimer. But I'm like, buddy, why not? You know what I mean? And the best part is he actually looks like the Shermanator from American Pie. I don't know if you've seen him recently.
Of
I'm
course, I
like,
know the Shermanator, man.
okay, just
Prepare for
making sure.
Shermanation.
Yeah. So, you know what? I'd
He
love to see
does.
him. Yeah, I would love to see the boys bring back some nostalgic, boys into the like. Let's sign Phil Kessel while we're at it.
Get the hot dog man back. Why not, man?
What do you think of the move?
I'm not sure yet. I mean, Reimer looked okay, and where is he playing? San Jose. Last time he was playing, I think he was with the Sharks, right? Where was he
Buddy,
last? I
this
can't quite remember.
this guy's collecting air miles this past couple of seasons. He's been Buffalo, San Jose, fucking Mexico City, wherever, buddy.
Yeah,
He's
but what
been all
about
around.
but Joseph Wall though? I mean, I mean, is he kind of like that your Demko? Like he gets injured a lot, bro.
Well, both the guys do, both him
Mm-hmm.
and Stoli. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, I think at this point they're kind of just throwing shit at a fan and see what sticks. Like give both the
Mm-hmm.
guys runway here. I will say because of Wool's age, I think there's more reason for optimism, but 100%, it's the reason why those guys probably will never make Hellebuck money
Yeah.
because it's just like you just don't know what you're getting, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Rick, you know that saying, I've heard you say it a few times, throw shit at a fan and see what sticks.
Yeah.
Isn't it throw shit at a wall and see what sticks?
I don't know. My hockey coach used to say that growing up, but then again, he was always on the piss when he said that. So I'm wondering if
Yeah.
yeah, maybe he had a few too many tall ones before 8 a.m. practice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're
Bob
right.
Loblaw 780 says, "Did you lose the bet, Stuart? What's with the Flames tarp? It's to get some engagement going in the comments. It's strictly business, is what it is.
Yeah.
And I just felt like mixing it up a little bit. You guys know I'm a diehard Edmonton Oilers fan, so I don't think I'm going to lose any followers for wearing this. But it's supposed to give you that shock factor, so that's why I'm wearing it. So
you shocked me.
Yeah, I know in the beginning there, you looked speechless for the beginning. But anyways, that's what's happening over there. The other question I wanted to ask you, Rick, since we've got you on the show here, how about Jonathan Toews? Now, Johnny Toews went on his, I don't know what we'll call it, his spiritual journey while he kind of retired for a little bit, and now he's back. What do you think about Mr. Serious, Johnny T, joining the Winnipeg Jets now? Do you think he's got what it takes still?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, from what I hear, his story was like a pretty good one, just like going to the jungle and just like, I think just crushing a ton of acid. Like, I is what I heard. And then he was probably just like one day, like, I'm fucking going home and signing. And it's one of those like, do you remember there was a time when people would talk about this guy like in the same sentence as Crosby, right? Like, we're talking about like 2013, right?
Yeah, in his prime.
Oh, for sure. Before Sid won his like second and third cup, everyone was kind of like, yo, this guy's right up there. And to see him just kind of go on like an acid bendy like that and just be like, I'm coming back home. And you know what? It's a good win for the Peg because I feel like they kind of have a hard time attracting like players in general, right? Like, just because of the fact that for like 9 out of 12, I mean, I'm in Edmonton, but even Winnipeg, it's much more, right? Like 9 out of 10 months of the year, it's like minus go fuck yourself. And generally speaking, the Wi-Fi is shit in Winnipeg, but the fact, like, if you can handle it, like the cold winters and like the small town vibe, people love to play there. And I think that's Johnny Toews. He's like, send me home, boys. And I'm rooting for him. I do wonder if the Peg will have as much success as last year. I'm a little skeptical about that, but you know what? Let's fucking get going, boys. Like, I would love to see Winnipeg go on another tear.
Let's see. I would love to see it as well too. But what's the deal with Connor Hellebuck? We all know he's the best goalie in the world. We know this. But when it comes to playoffs, it seemed like there was that jinx in the playoffs. Or Roberto Luongo on the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah.
Whenever they hit the playoffs, for whatever reason, he just forgets how to stop the puck. He looks like Stuart Skinner in that pro league. Yeah. I don't know what happens with Hellebuck in the playoffs. Do you think he gets past the hump here this year?
Well, that's the problem is that, and I don't know like how much these guys talk to like sports psychologists and shit, but I would say that when something happens more than once and it starts becoming a pattern, that's when I start to worry about. So I don't know if Helly, like if it's in his head, if he's able to get over it. Like only Buddy knows if he's able to. I will tell you one thing when it comes to the boys is I don't have much faith. Like I'm like and it's not like, I mean, as individuals they're great, but they've just failed too much together now to be like, I don't know if they can get out of that fucking rabbit hole. And to be honest, I don't know if rabbit hole was the right word to say there. That might have been another one I butchered. The well. The boys fell into the well. And I think they're fucking too deep in it. So we'll see with Hellebuck, Well,
I mean, to what you're saying, Rick, I mean, look, Paul Maurice. That was one of the strangest things I had ever seen. He was still under contract and he said, I think I've done enough here. I've done enough. I can't do any more. And he left. He went to Florida and won a Stanley Cup right after.
Did he not leave in the middle of the winter too in Winnipeg?
Yeah.
Dude, that was
I think so.
On purpose.
I think so. So
Yeah, pulled out his phone and saw the weather app and it was like -4. He's like, "Fuck this, boys."
That was strange, wasn't it?
It
But to see
was.
what he went and did after, went to Florida and they won, and you can see he's such a beauty of a coach. But I thought
Yeah.
it was one of the strangest things ever. But hey, whatever. The guy knew what he was doing. He won a cup in Florida, back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. But speaking of which, I think this happened after our first episode. Rick Barkov, 7 to 9 months, long-term injury. That's a huge blow to the Florida Panthers. Do you think they still got what it takes if they don't have their captain?
Uh, I've noticed that their odds have dropped quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a betting man, hard to make the call on that one, right? Like if he's prepped and ready to go for postseason, anything's possible. One thing
Mm.
I am just pumping my mattress to though is the fact that they can't get all that LTIR shit. Because can you imagine right now, like what is it, like almost 20 mil that they have on, and I'm just like, dude, like
Yeah.
I would have been so pissed if this rule hadn't come into effect and they would have gone out there
Mm-hmm.
and who knows. But the thing is too, and I would say this is the issue with the Oil too, is they've just played a lot of hockey, bro. Like 3 straight Stanley Cup Finals. The boys are starting to feel it, and I just don't know, man. You can start to see the boys are getting wounded, right?
Yeah.
What do you
No, for
think
sure.
about that?
About
The
Barkov
cat
being out.
and the Cats in general. Like, there's no way if this was the situation now against the Oil, they would get dusted.
Oh, easy, easy
Yeah,
for sure. Um, I think Bill Zito is probably the best general manager in the NHL. So I think he's probably gonna. He has to do something. Obviously, I mean, you can't just see how things go with the team. Maybe initially he's gonna do that, but he's gonna have to make some moves here. Like you said, he's got all that cap space to work with. It's the dude's a freaking mastermind to be able to get all those guys within that cap. Maybe the timing was really good as well too, but
yeah.
Kachuk is injured for quite some time as well too. I think he's out for half the season.
You know what's
So
funny? You know what's funny about that too? Just throwing this out here, but all those like fights that the Americans said that they won, just so you know, he got injured in that Hagel fight against Canada. So for all
did
those
he?
Yan-
That's why he was out after.
yeah, and for all those Yankees that wouldn't shut their yaps about all the Americans smack them around, and then we got JT Miller punching himself in the face for like 5 seconds straight. So just settle down, my fellow Americans. But that was Hagel that fucked them up, just so you know.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
but I
I
think
mean,
Tampa. I think Tampa has their number now.
yeah. Well, the Americans can say they won the battle there, but the Canadians won the war, bro.
They
You know
always
they.
do, fella.
Well, speaking of
Don't make
which,
us
we,
burn
we got
down
we,
your
we got
White
the
House.
Olympics coming up soon as well too, man. Like Kachuk may not even be ready for that. How are you feeling about the Olympics, man? Canada, USA. Has there been any word? Like, is Russia going to be participating in this, or is that still an issue?
No, I think ever since their like president went full Doctor Evil and tried to take over the world, I don't think I think they're just gone, bro. Like because I
Yeah.
heard too. I was it fucking Frank Spaghetti, from the Daily Face Off, Spaghetti Saravelli. So he said that apparently if the Russian gas were in the four nations, well, I guess it wouldn't be four nations, but like Sweden and Finland were like, I'm out. Like we're not doing
Really
this. Yeah, they said that. So I'm pretty sure that
interesting.
like yeah, like if they joined the Russian gas in the Olympics, I think you would see some teams be like we're not doing this. So I don't think they'll have a team. And to be honest, dude, like I'm feeling pretty good about our chances.
Yeah.
I was nervous about the whole Tandy situation. Like I thought Canada had their own Stuart Skinner situation, but as soon as like we saw
Vinny.
Benner,
Yeah.
why not? right?
Well, to what you're saying, Rick, I would be super nervous if they decided to put Stuart Skinner in Team Canada. And listen, he said publicly, he's like, yeah, I'm still shooting for the stars. I'm paraphrasing here.
Yeah.
I would like to be on Team Canada for the Olympics. And I was like, okay. Like, I get it. You got to be positive. You have to have that mindset. But based on the results, there is no way in hell that's ever happening, bro.
Well, maybe you could let him play against Italy, or like I think
We might stand a chance then.
dude, I think we're actually in a division with Italy or something. I like looked it up and I was like, oh my god, we're gonna slap those Guidos around, bro.
Oh,
I
easily.
don't think I want to know. I don't think I want to know what the score of that game's gonna be. But I hear you, fella.
Who do you think is going to do better this season? Is it Austin Matthews
Yeah.
or Mitch Marner? That's a
Uh,
toughie, right?
yeah. It's tough. Like I think probably like I'm thinking that this is gonna be like a huge like for me last week, like a huge coming out party for Austin Matthews this season. Like he has the opportunity here to just grab this team by the balls and just be like, I'm like, there's no Mitchie anymore. So it's like,
Right.
this is the opportunity. You got the C on your chest, right? Like, grab life by the horns here, bud, and just ram it home. Now, Mitchie, I think the thing with him is he was the passenger in Toronto, and although his dad like wanted him to be like thought he was just as good as Austin Matthews, like publicly being a part of his negotiations, but I think it's understood like Vegas that he is the passenger for Jack Eichel. So I want to say Poppy has a better chance at like winning like the heart this season, but he's got to do it, right? Like he's got to grab it. He's got to grab it by the horns. But all joking aside, and I was listening to our episode earlier, all the chat about whatever, what is it called, cybersecurity or
Oh yeah,
rocket
yeah.
security, though that pigeon, whatever. Like, here's the thing, man. Is like he is gonna be missed. Like there's like he's got a special talent to him. I love watching him internationally. I just can't stand him in the fucking playoffs. I can't do it, dude. I can't watch him. It makes me gray. It makes me scream very insensitive things, and like I didn't want to deal with it anymore, right? So that's a long-winded way of saying, like I think probably Poppy. What do you think?
I actually think Mitch Marner is going to do better. Here's the reason. Mitch Marner had to deal with all of the drama from leaving Toronto. We know how the majority of the fans feel about that with him leaving.
Okay.
And it's not like he didn't play bad with the Leafs, but I understand your point about the playoffs. It just seemed to kind of disappear for him. Although this last playoff run, I felt was better. I thought he showed some emotion. But now he goes to Vegas. You're playing with Jack Eichel as well, too. A lot of people write off Jack Eichel, man. Jack Eichel's very good. He's a
Yeah.
Stanley Cup champion as well, too.
Yep.
And I watched him play several times in the playoffs against the Oilers or just even during the regular season. There's always an extra level to this guy's game, especially
Yeah.
when he's going up against McDavid because they were drafted same year, 1 and 2, right?
Right.
So Marner is going to play with a guy like that. Maybe they'll be separated on two separate lines, but I just think Mitch Marner's got more to prove leaving, and he doesn't have all that pressure on him like he did in Toronto. Whereas with Matthews, oh, buddy, the pressure's on top of him right now, like more elite than ever. Because can Austin Matthews really do what we expect him to do without Mitch Marner, or even be better for that matter? So that's my thing. So I think Marner. I have a feeling Marner's going to be better. That's my take.
Yeah, no, fair point, dude. But like my other thing is like that guy was like he just could not handle the media, dude. Like and like and like and I think that really wore on him. Like you hear Poppy and stuff and like Willie,
Yeah.
like, they don't really have issues. And then my other question too is that like not to drag this kid through the mud again, but the part that always pisses me off is you had no problem when everyone was on your side, right? Like it's like all of a sudden, right, when things don't go well and all the consistent failures, then you start playing like the wounded fucking bunny or whatever, and you're like, oh, everyone's so mean to me. And it's like, but you had no problem when everyone was worshiping. You even said that, like, you got treated like a god in Toronto. So it's like, sorry, dude, but, like, you can't have your cake and shit on it too. That one I try to mess up on purpose.
No, it's a good one. I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, but
you still think Matthews is going to pull it out? Because here's my other thing with Matthews. Matthews he's a little injury prone too, bro. That's the other thing. He goes down. It's not good for the Leafs at all. You got Willie Stiles and Johnny T, by the way, who I felt has played his best hockey in a long time after losing the captaincy.
Yeah. See what that did for him, eh? See if Ozempic's right for you. see if stripping the captaincy's right for you. No, you're right, man. Like, it's it's not a bad thing though, and like I think Poppy, yeah, he didn't have a great year last year, and like I mean with the injuries and such, but at the end of the day, I would like to see that extra gear unlocked, but I think for him, I'm more betting on that to happen because of where the organization is now. The fact that they built a deeper team and they're not so reliant on these fucking core four anymore.
Core four, yeah.
It was just so. It was so overdone, dude, and it stopped being cool like 5 years ago when they were hanging out with fucking Bieber in his little hot tub and I don't know, doing their photo shoots and shit together. But
so Bieber didn't rub off on the Leafs the way Drake rubbed off on the Raptors, eh? It's completely different.
Yeah, well, I mean, like he wrote a song for them and shit, and then got their like jerseys. It was just like it was almost kind of, and then like in the playoffs, he was saying like he was a slut. Sorry, like I don't want to get you a pee-pee slap on TikTok here, but called like he was a slut for these boys. Like it was almost like borderline like sexually aggressive, and I was just like sit a few out, pal. Like it's all good. Like it was just weird.
Yeah.
It just made me uncomfortable.
So Rick, you're not a believer, eh?
No, I'm not. Like I think you just take the year off. Mail it in. Like watch the games like on the TV, but you don't got to show up like. And he showed up before like he's worn like garbage bags. Like I don't really know his style and then he had this one thing that apparently was like I don't know if it was like a Diddy jacket or something that he wore at the games, and it was just like I don't know, man. It's weird. Then the Leafs guys, they want to be like that. Like it's just bad discussion.
So no Justin Biebs for the Toronto Maple Leafs this year. Stay away, Justin Bieber, because we want to see an Oilers and Leafs matchup in the Stanley Cup Final, if you can believe that happening. If we switch back to the Oilers a little bit here, Calder Trophy candidate this year. Who do you got? It doesn't have to be on the Oilers, but obviously if you're an Oilers fan, there's a couple of guys you have in mind. But who do you think's the leading prospect this upcoming year for Calder Trophy candidate?
I'm going to have to probably go with the Iceman. I mean, I would like to go with the local kid, Matty Savoie. I think he's got a lot of game to show. What was he taking? He was like a top 10 pick, I think, too. And
from Buffalo.
And the skills there, right? I think they probably want these boys to fill out a little bit. I would love to see Matty Savoie break through, but the Iceman for me, just there's something about him, like calm, cool, and collected.
The swag.
And that's a ballsy move to be like, I'm leaving Tampa. And even if it is like Edmonton's a wagon, right? But it's like to have like the balls just to be like, yeah, I'm piecing out of Florida. Like I kind of respect that a little bit. So I think you could see either one of those guys, especially if they're getting the playing time with, with obviously McJesus and the German sniper.
Yeah. You know who I got my eye on, and somebody said it in the live chat already. Demidov with Montreal, because we saw him play a little bit in the playoffs last year or this past season. You don't think Demidov could be the leading Calder Trophy candidate this year?
Oh, I was trying to be a good guy and give your Oilers fans some hope.
I appreciate it, but if you had to choose, like
Oh,
analytically, if you look
okay,
at the
so
numbers and
no one from the Oilers. Now that we've been able to clarify this, and I was being a polite guest. No, I think you're on. I think you're on to something, Stu, about
yeah,
him. I think probably anyone from Chicago too, just because
hmm,
it's still kind of like a team full of scrubs. That
yeah.
Rinzel kid, who by the way should have been a Leaf, I could see that guy popping off. If Misa makes San Jose, because right now when you got a beer league squad, they're gonna let the young studs play.
Yeah,
So
I
you
agree.
got a good pick though too.
Debbie Dove looked sick in the playoffs. I was just like, because we had Quinn Hudson play a little bit, but he was like invisible. He was on the fourth line. He didn't do anything. I saw him play during the preseason. He was very noticeable out there, but he's playing with AHLers out there, right? So I think Demi
Yeah.
Dove could be the guy. But if I'm going to be an Oilers homer here, I'm going to stick with. I think Matty Savoy. I think Matty Savoy just because if they put him on a line with McDavid, I think you could see a lot. McDavid, Draisaitl, and Savoy, because that's what
Oh,
they're saying. They're
it's
saying
going
Knobloch's going to start.
nuclear.
Well, they're saying Knobloch's going to start the Oilers that way. McDavid and Draisaitl on the same line. That's what he's saying. So,
To be fair, bro, if Stuart Forreal was on the line with fucking McJesus and Drysdale, you probably rack up 50 tickles too, fella.
I think so, eh? I'd be the leading Rocket Richard getter for this
Well,
upcoming season. So,
speaking of the jersey you're wearing right now, for
yeah.
all the Flames fans out here, they got a D-man back there that is just, buddy, smooth as butter. Zane Pareg.
Oh
Remember the
yeah,
name.
yeah. I
Yeah.
was talking to I was talking to some Flame fans outside the game, and they kept bringing up his name. So he's definitely making the lineup this year, I think. Eh?
Oh yeah, that D bud is just fucking mucho dust, but he's got a piss missile on him too. So
So watch out. So there you go, guys. You're getting like I said, guys. This is not just a Homer Flame Oilers show. Sorry, excuse me. Getting confused because of the jersey I'm wearing today. you're gonna learn.
full force
You're gonna learn a
somebody.
lot. You're gonna learn a lot of stuff on this show. I'm just gonna throw out another promotional message from our sponsor here. Shout out to benchclears.com for sponsoring the show. They've got officially licensed hockey apparel you can wear all year. Tanks in the summer, hoodies and windbreakers when it cools down. And because you're listening, you can get 15% off your order with code No Pucks Given 15 at benchclears.com. Once again, that discount code at benchclears.com, you're going to use No Pucks Given 15 and you're going to save yourself 15% off. And you can look fresh to death like Rick Rowley over there wearing his Maple Leafs tarp. And I apologize to all my Oiler faithful fans about the Flames jersey I'm wearing here, but decided to mix it up a little bit. Don't worry, I'm still a diehard Edmonton Oilers fan. Oh, by the way, guys, if you want to join in on the live chat, remember, friendly reminder, most of our shows are done on TikTok Live here. So shows are usually every Thursday at 8 p.m. Mountain. That's when you can join us and get your questions in. Or we do have a new email set up for the podcast. It's nopucksgiven.stuartforreal@gmail.com, and you can send in your questions there, and we'll do our best to get them on the show. Thank you to all of the other sponsor requests we got on the previous email as well, too. So we are not going to be using that email now. We're going to be using the nopucksgiven.stuartforreal@gmail.com. So for all your questions you want to have on the show and sponsorship opportunities for the businesses that listen to the show, I got a lot of inquiries there. I'm still vetting through them. So if you guys want to be a part of the show on one of the fastest growing hockey shows in the world, with me and my good buddy Rick Rowley, who joins us from time to time. Send in your requests to nopucksgiven.stuartforreal@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can do about getting you on the show. Okay, we got a question here, Rick. This one comes in from Stuttering Steven. Stuttering Steven says, I got a question for you guys. Okay, well, Stuttering Steven, we're waiting for your question. Try not to stutter, buddy.
He wrote that like fucking 20 times in the live. People kept saying they're like, ask the question, you pigeon.
Let's see, just ask it, right?
He seems like a nice guy. I thought that was a fucking troll because he literally wrote it like 10 times.
And Stuttering Steven has come through. He says, who do you think's winning the Atlantic Division?
Oh shit! Now I feel like a dick. Maybe that was the stutter in itself, like him asking 10 times. Can I ask a question? 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 No, I'm just kidding, buddy. I'm just joking, bud.
Do you have any other stories you want to share about your time in stand-up? Is there one story that stands out in your mind when you're on stage and you're like, I can't believe that happened?
Well, I feel like for those who would have seen the missing curfew videos, they would have already have known about me doing the swingers conventions. But it's a bit of an
What do you mean? What swingers convention?
Oh, I never told you, Ace Stu.
No, you did, but the viewers, I seen the video, but for our viewers, why not share if you don't mind? If you don't mind, it's a great story.
No worries at all. My buddy and I, when I used to start doing stand-up in Toronto, we got asked to do these gigs at like a swingers convention. So for anyone who isn't familiar with those, in Toronto, they had a place where you would show up. Basically, you just throw your keys into a bowl and see who goes home with who, you know, like, and those swingers, they all like, they're buddies outside of this. Like they all play on softball teams and stuff like that. And they love their chips and dip too. But anyways, in the middle of one of my sets, right, there was like this like dominatrix girl that was there. And then like her and another guy just started like hooking up in the middle of my set. And originally, like, I was like, I don't know, like, should I just like keep going or like stop the set? And then after a while it kept going, so I just stopped, and then like everyone basically just like watched. It was kind of like a little intermission, and mid joke, by the way, and then it was just funny, right? Because getting into that set, I was pretty nervous, but it was a clothing optional set too, and I was like, right, like it's hard to like, you know, you can't really be nervous when everyone is actually naked, right? So you can't picture anyone. And then
you should have been on stage in your underwear.
Oh, I did do it in my tidy whities, but I did not go twig and berries out hanging. I did twig and berries, or no, what tidy whities. But anyways, two people, when they were hooking up in the middle of the set, I kind of just thought to myself, I was like, hey, you know, like in comedy, you want to make people laugh, but if you're making them smash, I guess you're doing something right, you know? So
you're making them happy, just maybe in a grosser way.
We did a bunch of those shows, and they were just great, man. They love, like I said, they love their laughs and their chips and dip.
Wow, interesting, man. So you haven't done one of those shows in Edmonton yet, I'm assuming.
Buddy, I'm married now. Like I'm, wifey wouldn't allow me near one of those. But
yeah, no kidding.
I mean, you know, if the price was right, no, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. But no, like still, like there's all sorts of weird gigs that you do. I've done like people, like another one too that's really popular is weed lounges. And I've never really, like, I personally don't partake in it, but when I'm up there, right, like, sometimes I forget what I'm saying, and then I see people just, like, laughing, and I'm like, I don't know if that's really a good factor when your IQ's, like, Forrest Gump, to be able to judge whether a joke's actually funny, when these people have already lost brain cells. But I'll do whatever. If you guys know of any gigs, as long as you're hooking me up with some funds, Ricky's down.
All right, there you go. You heard him. Ricky's down, guys. You can book him for your shows there.
Like I do a grapes impression, but I get like really loud. And like I
Mm-hmm.
remember one time I was doing it inside my fucking apartment. And I just heard someone down the hall. They're like, "Shut the fuck up!" I was like, "Hey, gotta go out there, you gotta grind." I was like, video and shit. Yeah, I just moved into the place too.
And on that note, I think we're ready for our closing segment of the show. So for those of you that are new to the show, guys, I always like to leave the show on a motivational note. And I get these motivational notes from one of my mentors, Andy Frisella. Look him up, guys, on Google there. Andy Frisella, one of the leading entrepreneurs in the world, has built many companies, and one of the guys that I always look up to. And I get an email from him every day. So if you want one of these, go sign up for the Andygram is what it's called at andyfrisella.com. I'm going to read this one here to you, and it goes like this. Your mind is a magnet that attracts the same energy you feed it. If you feed it negativity, you'll get negativity. If you'll feed it excuses, you'll get excuses. This isn't magic. This isn't manifestation. You're simply choosing which lens you see the world through. Want your life to improve immediately? Start viewing it through a different lens. When you shift your focus away from all the shit in your life that frustrates you and upsets you, and you begin to focus on everything in your life that excites you and fills you with gratitude, you will have better days. Most of how you experience life is determined by how you frame it in your mind. Frame it in a positive light, it will change your life, guaranteed. That's from Andy Frisella. So if you enjoyed that message, make sure you sign up for the Andygram there. So like I said, I start my day by reading one of those, and it just gets my mind focused. It gets my mind focused, thinking the right way, man. So yeah, man, make sure you check it out.
I'm ready to run through a wall after hearing that, dude. But like in a good way. Yeah.
Not the Dumb and Dumber style. Speaking of Dumb and Dumber, did you see I commented on one of the videos? I saw you got the salmon of Flapistrano or whatever it is. That one line you use, that's from Dumb and Dumber, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I say that line about 90s hockey, baby. A time where where beer flowed like wine. A time where beautiful women flocked like the salmon of Capistrano.
Yeah. As soon as I heard that, oh yeah, absolutely. Yo, one of the best movies of all time, Dumb and Dumber, right? I put that like, if it's not number one, it's number two. Like, funniest movie of all time. You can watch that at any time. It's still funny, man.
Speaking of which, isn't it nails how Cam Neely's in there?
Yeah. Have you seen like the uncut version? Like I've got the DVD of that as well too, and I was like, I don't remember this part with Cam Neely.
No, I didn't. Did he make him run him a gummy or something?
So you remember the part where he's in the stall and he's like, find a happy place.
Yeah.
And he's taking him down. So Cam Neely pulls his pants down and then he's wearing like this cheetah thong and he like grabs his junk and he's like, you're gonna
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, that's the uncut version of Dumb and Dumber. I remember I was like, I don't remember this.
If I saw
he's like I got your happy place right here.
No way.
Yeah.
Cam Neely was just grabbing the fucking just the family jewels. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was an awesome movie, but yeah, that's the uncut version. So yeah, I don't know. You gotta you don't have to look it up. I explained it to you already.
Dude, I'm gonna do it right after.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
But hey, Rick, man, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining the show. I really appreciate it. Reminder, guys, make sure you check out my Good Buddies podcast as well too on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can find it everywhere.
The Beauty Sauce.
The Beauty Sauce. I'm sorry, the Beauty Sauce podcast.
Yeah. Get some rest, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Well, I told you, this is why I'm wearing the Flames tarp. McDavid's driving me nuts. He hasn't signed yet. So I switched teams temporarily until he does. So
okay, McDavid, we'll sign this contract. Look, it's affecting this guy's fucking mental health.
Right, I'm going nuts. I've been getting trolled in the live by everybody because of this, but it's been a pleasure. Guys, reminder to everybody listening and watching the show here, Please make sure if you enjoyed the show, share the show. Share the show with a friend. I would really appreciate it. Right now, I finance the show myself, so I would really appreciate it if you guys share the show. The only way this show grows is if you click on that share button and share it with a friend, man. So I would appreciate that. And like I said, check out Rick's show as well too, the Beauty Sauce podcast. And we'll see you guys in the next one. This is Stuart Forreal, signing out.